All right. Hello, everyone, again. Thank you for joining us this morning. Welcome. My name is Sunera Ali, and I'll be moderating today's session with you. It's really wonderful to see people joining in for this YouthLead tutorial. With me, I also have my colleague Monica and Angela. So with me, I have Monica. Monica is an entrepreneurship specialist who fosters the development of social business models and while increasing economic opportunities, especially for youth, women, ethnic minorities, and other marginalized groups who are often excluded by traditional market system. I also have with me Angela, who founded Empowerful, a social economic empowerment model that aims to provide sustainable employment opportunities to survivors of human trafficking in India. So thank you so much for both of you for joining me today, and I hope that we get to do a great demonstration of the YouthLead platform. Next slide, please. So before we dive into YouthLead, it's important to know that it's meant by the youth, for the youth. So we have youth engaged with us from all over the world. And it's truly inspirational to see young people making such change. The diversity and the talent that we get to work with is truly exceptional. And we're lucky to have all those people who engage with us on the platform. And after today's session, we hope to get more people to join us and get to know more about them. Next, please. Okay, so YouthLead was founded with the vision that it brings together young people who are trying to maximize their impact, and we provide the opportunities for networking through mentoring and accessing information. So that's what the whole platform is about, and everybody who is on the platform is following this vision to maximize on what they want to achieve through their goals. Next. So our journey so far, around 100 young change makers got together and thought about this idea, and they worked through research and why this needed to be placed in position. And in 2018, the YouthLead was launched at the World Bank Youth Summit. And after that, we launched our YouthLead Ambassador and Peer Advisor program, which we'll talk about more in detail. We engage youth through these specialized programs, except aside from other resources. And then in addition to that, we also launched the YouthLead Mentorship Initiative. And in the next slide, you'll see a few numbers and stats just showcasing the impact that the platform has had so far. So we've had more than 15,000 and counting members from all over the world. It's a simple sign up that we'll go through on how to become a member, and the accesses that you get after becoming a member are obviously different from the non-users. And then we have resources, funding, and event opportunities. Those are the avenues that you can engage through, even if you're not part of one of our specialized programs. We feature youth-led projects, and we've had more than 700 plus examples, and those keep on adding every day as well. And we have curated 18 country pages to host specialized content especially for those countries. Next slide. So we'll go ahead and look online. We'll try to cover as much as we can in this session, just so you can get a better idea of how to navigate through the platform. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat, and we'll encourage you to just stay with us and while we show you how the platform is designed to suit you best. And with Angela and Monica, we'll explore a few avenues. So I think we're good to go about that. And I'll share my screen so you can see in real time the YouthLead platform website. So let's do that, and let me know if you can see my screen in just a Okay, so I've started sharing my screen. Please let me know if you have any trouble seeing my screen or while I'm navigating through it. Awesome. So we'll start with the questions or any feedback from both Monica and Angela. So why don't we go ahead with that?
Thank you so much. Well, as a YouthLead member as well, and I've really benefited from the website myself, I wanted to ask about youth engagement activities. For example, how YouthLead can help us to engage or connect with youth from all over the world and from different areas of expertise. We know we have youth with expertise in economic empowerment, employment, and other areas. And also, in case we have friends who are not members of YouthLead yet, how easy is it for them to sign up? Do they need a referral from us, or they can sign up themselves? It would be very helpful to know.
Wonderful. So this is the homepage that you land on once you search for youthlead.org, and then this is our welcome page that where you see some of our youth engagement leaders. And if you scroll through this, the page is populated with information that includes our stats, a few direct links to some of the important resources, and the updates as you go as you scroll through the whole page. So to answer Angela's question, our goal is to engage youth from all over the world, either in our specialized programs or just as members. Members get more access than simple users who are just navigating the website and for resources or information. So if you are not a member yet, you can just do that by clicking on this button at almost at the center of your right hand side. So when you click on YouthLead, it leads you to this simple form where you can just type in your information and fill in the form to join us as a member. Now, this is open for everyone around the world. There's no special criteria, and anyone at any time can join this platform. So you'll see that there are some asterisks with some of the information. So that means that we have to have that information just so you can be approved as a member. And once you have filled out this short form, this form with your information goes to our team. And then in a few days, you get approved as a member, and then you can just log in with your stat email password to access the platform resources and other links that you'd like to explore. So once you've done that, you hit request new account, you add in all the information, you hit that button, and then you get a confirmation email about that. And in a couple of days, you get approved as a member, and then you can just scroll through the platform. And once you are a member, I'll just show you the difference between what the pages look like for you if you're a non-member, and then if you're a member, it's just it's just a more personalized experience for members, so they can access more information and contribute to it as well. So it's important to keep in mind that it's a two-way street. It's not just we are bringing resources information to you. We also welcome information, content, opportunities from what you have to share, and you can always post that. So since I have a login already made, so what I'll do is I'll log in, but before that, I'll just show you what it looks for the non-members. And if you are youth from any part of the world trying to engage with us, so we talked about our YouthLead ambassadors and peer advisor programs. More information about that you can find under the members tab. So in about section, you'll find everything about our program and the introduction that I just gave you at the start. There is more information there. So if you'd like to know more about that, that's under the about tab. But specifically for the youth engagement activities, for our YouthLead ambassadors and our peer advisors, you go to the members tab and then you scroll through these different options. And if you see that there's a subheading called leadership programs, in those programs, you see youth advisory group, which Monica and Angela are also part of. but that's a separate program. And then YouthLead ambassadors and peer advisors, that's a separate program. So we can take a brief look into what that program is. We are currently on our fourth cohort of YouthLead ambassadors. It's an 18-month professional development program, and there is a set eligibility criteria and application that you go through to join for that. So currently we currently have our fourth cohort, so we have already graduated 3 cohorts of YouthLead ambassadors, and then they get paired up with their peer advisors. So sometimes most of the YouthLead ambassadors also graduate and then serve as a peer advisor. So it's a self-sustainable program where we have youth advising youth after gaining certain experience. So it sort of runs in a circle. So you can find more information about that in members tab under the leadership program for YouthLead ambassadors and peer advisors. If you'd like to know more about what other people are working on, you can come to the projects tab. But before that, so this is what the members tab, member space looks like for the non-members who are not logged in and who are just accessing it from an information point of view. But once you log in, which we'll do right now, once you log in, you get more access. You get to see more members. You can then, take their credentials and look for them online. Maybe connect with them on LinkedIn and build your own connections. So now I'm seeing the same page, but as a member, because I have already gone through signing up for the whole process. So now I have more access. So when I come to members, there are youth members, there are YouthLead alumni, there are mentors, sponsors who work with us to support this project. So you can get their information and what they work on and connect with them, or maybe get inspired and get more about their projects. So these are this is the major difference between a member access and non-member access. And then if you'd like to know more about other people's projects, this tab is what helps you get to know more about that. So you go to the projects tab. This is our youth engagement tab. And here you see different projects posted by other people. So these are not the projects that we have posted. These are projects that you get to post if you join us as a member. So at the top of the page, you'll see that we have add your projects button. When you click that, it gives you a set of fields that you can fill out to share more about your project. So that's about it if you're a member. And then you can also filter through your projects to connect with relevant people. So for example, if you're working on climate change, you can filter that by sector or by activities. So that helps you filter through those projects that are interesting to you and that you'd like to know more about. So these are our youth engagement activities. There are 2 to 3 avenues. You could just scroll through the website for information. That's open for everyone. Or you can join us as a member by signing up through the small form that I just showed you through. That's also open to everyone from anywhere in the world. Or then you can also join us in one of our specialist programs. So if we have any applications open, you can get to know more about that through our website or our social media channels. And then if you're eligible, you can apply for that as well. So these are the 3 avenues that you can explore for youth engagement activities and how you can become a part of this. So I hope, Angela, that answers what you were looking for.
Thank you so much. That was really helpful. And I will also share it with my friends or colleagues who are not yet part of members of the platform. I have also another question, if I can. I wanted to ask, because here in Albania, we run a socioeconomic model and it's grassroots, which means we're not an NGO, and it's always a challenge to have funding at the first place. What about funding opportunities or resources that can help us to find more information on scholarships, sponsorships, or funding in terms of the YouthLead platform?
Okay. So as I showed you through the project, it's not just people are posting their projects, but they can get access to further resources to through that as well. But it's important to know that YouthLead does not provide direct funding to any projects. We do not sponsor any projects directly. But if you're looking for funding opportunities, you can always go through our resources and find out more about that. And to do that, what you'll do is you'll go back to our homepage. And if you scroll through these tabs, you'll see this funding tab. So you click on that. And then here you'll find funding opportunities, of other conferences, workshops, trainings that other people, our partners, sponsors have posted. So this is where you can find opportunities for your projects, for your professional development, or any resources that you're looking for your projects. So this is also a page that other people contribute to. So if you're a member, for example, you could be an individual member, or you could be a part of an organization. And if your organization is hosting something that you feel like is relevant to your YouthLead platform, you can come to this page. And since I'm logged in as a member, you can use this button to add the funding opportunity. And then it gets posted on the page, and other people get to see these opportunities, and then they apply accordingly. So for example, these are the current opportunities that other people have posted. And then among these, you'll also find call for applications for our projects as well that we talked about for youth engagement. For example, we have call for applications open for international youth digital leadership. Then you have young professional development programs. So if you go through the categories, you'll see that there are fellowships, there are jobs, there are funding opportunities. So you can filter through what fits best according to your interests. And then either you can post more opportunities, or you can just scroll through this page and get to know more about that. You have access to the funding opportunities even if you're not a member. You can scroll through them. It's just that you can't post if you're not. In addition to funding opportunities, we also have tons of resources on the website, just as we talked about during the introduction. So these are the right next to the funding tab is the resources tab. And if you scroll through this, you'll see it sector-wise, and that has starter kits and other resources that can help you with your projects. So think of it as maybe a short course. If you're looking for a short course, you can find that here. If you're looking for starter kits, you can find those here as well. And then you can go through it according to the sector as well. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship, you can go to specifically that page, and you don't have to scroll through all the resources, just in the interest of your time and effort. And then you scroll through this page, then there are highlights and there are projects and members who are working on this lead. So you find everything related to entrepreneurship on this page. And while we're talking about that, I think it's also important to note that these you may find these under other links in throughout the website, but this is where it's all accumulated. And these resources are open for everyone who wants to get to know more about YouthLead resources, or just to add to their own projects.
Thank you so much. That was super helpful. Thank you.
Sunaida, I have a question related to the resources that you were just presenting. Is there any way that we can see them not as categorized in sectors, but like see and navigate through all of the resources? And if there is any way to stay updated on new resources being uploaded so we do not miss any content?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. So what you do is, if you're at the home page, and you're looking for resources, then what you need to do is you just need to click on the resources tab, and that leads you to all the resources that are housed at the YouthLead platform. So this way you will be able to see all the resources, be them articles, starter kits, funding opportunities, other people's projects, other members, you name it, it's all present on this page. And if you're trying to add more resources as a member, you can do that and you can post your content. So for example, if you're reaching out to us and you have any resource that you feel like is aligned with the YouthLead platform's vision, you can add that yourself. It could be a blog post, any resource, any opportunity. You can add that yourself as a member. And then if you're looking for updates, you can subscribe to our newsletter, just so you are up to date on what's happening, what's new on the platform, if there are any new programs that we have introduced, any new features. So you can subscribe for the newsletter and then you can get access to those resources. So this page, you can either go through it by sector or your specialty, or you can just click on the whole resources tab and you can just access everything on one page. And you can also do that in multiple languages. So the cool thing about YouthLead website is it's not just in English. There are other languages available on the platform. So if you're trying to go through the platform in Spanish, what you need to do is if you look at the top right side of the screen, there are different languages that you can choose from. So you can select the language and that will Google Translate, that will be translated through Google Translate. But these are the specialized pages that our team has translated the content in, and you can go through the same pages just in a different language. So if you're having trouble navigating through the platform in English, to make it more inclusive and accessible for people from around the world, we have translated our content in Spanish, French, and Arabic, and we hope to keep on adding more languages to that just so everyone can access it and get the most out of these resources.
Thank you a lot for that insight. Well, there might be several other questions that the audience or any other visitor on the page has. Do you have, or well, YouthLead has a frequently asked questions page, and how, well, that was one question. And how can we continue this conversation like outside this webinar, or how can we keep in touch with YouthLead?
Okay, so if you're looking for more information on the platform, these are just a few tabs that we've gone through, and not that too, not in detail. So the idea of this demonstration is just to help you navigate through the platform and also to share with you what we have to offer. So if you are trying to engage with the YouthLead content for any purpose, if you're trying to post something of your own, if you're looking for resources to connect with other members or look for opportunities, these are just a few ways that you can engage with the YouthLead platform. But other than that, if you're trying to explore more about it, one, you can go to the About section and you can just go through these subheadings to know more about what the platform is really about. So even if we have not covered everything, you can go through the platform on your own, and then you can skim through the information and see what suits best for you. You can also go through the country pages and see what's happening in these certain countries in terms of the information and resources for them. And if you're looking for other ways to join our YouthLead activities, we also conduct events just like this one. So those will be virtual webinars, those will be trainings, anything. So for that, what you do is you go to the events tab, and then you'll see all events, YouthLead events, and we also host our past events. So what happens is we go live with our event. And just like you joined us today, you can join us on that event, and that gives you the opportunity to engage with us in real time and ask your questions by putting them in the chat or just having off mute and interact with the team directly. But if for some reason you have not been able to do that, or you're just finding out about YouthLead and you'd like to see what we've done in the past, what you can do is you go to the events tab and you follow through that page to see what we've been up to. So these are the events that we have posted on our website that you can go through. But for in our past YouthLead campaigns and events, you'll also get to see you can access recording of our past events. So going through this tab, you will get to see a lot of events that we have posted, and you can sometimes also see the upcoming events that we will be posting. So you get, in addition to the newsletter, you get an idea of what's coming next. So so you have the anticipation of what to look for. So these are the events that you can look through and the recordings that you can access. And then this information is open for all, and that's how you can engage with some of our activities. So these are recordings of our past events as well. But if you have any particular questions or you'd like to reach out to the team and you have not been able to do that through an events chat, what you can do is first you can go and look in the FAQs tab. So FAQs are frequently asked questions. So what we've done is we've collected all your questions and we've put them together and posted them on our website. So you can go through them before you have to contact the team members and wait for them to get back to you. So what you do is you go to the About tab, you scroll down to the FAQs, and there you will find certain questions answered under different headings. So for example, you were just trying to get to know more about food. So you want to get an overview. Before you access any other information, you can get to know more about it. So what you can do is you just click on it and it gives you the answer for that certain question. You want to post something on the YouthLead platform, this is how you can do it. Even if you don't have a live demonstration, somebody doing a live demonstration for you, you can have yourself and just explore through that and then post your content. If you are a member, you can manage your account, and if you're having any trouble, you can go through these tabs and then you can figure that out. If you're not a member, I just showed you how you can sign up, but if you're recommending it to somebody else who has not been a part of this webinar, these questions answer their questions. So you can just go to the FAQs tab. There are a lot of questions that we've already answered, but if you still have more questions, what you can do is you can scroll down, and this is the email that you can write to us on. So if you have specific questions, or if you're having any trouble with your account management, or if you're trying to post any content and you hit any roadblocks, this is how you can directly reach out to us. These events and this webinar is one opportunity where we open the floor for our audience to ask questions directly. But if you don't see any upcoming events or any other opportunity to connect with the team, you can just use this email and send us your question, and our team will get back to you, and then we can answer your question. Another thing that you can do, in addition to signing up for the newsletter and sending us emails about your questions, is you can connect with us on our social media channels. What that does is it helps you stay up to date with our upcoming activities. So, for example, if you got to know about this webinar through any social media channel, it's because we post our updates there. So if you'd like to stay up to date about our activities, that's what you can do. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then you access information through that and also through the website. So these are a few resources that you can access information through on the platform. And if you're trying to connect with the team, then you can come to this FAQ page, get your questions answered, and then if you don't see the tab that answers your question, you can just write to us and send us emails about that. So we've covered about how the platform is different for non-members. The information is still available, but if you sign up as a member, and it's a fairly simple process, there are no open applications per se for that you have to wait for or any selection criteria. You can sign up and your profile will be approved by one of our team members. And then once you're a member, you can go through the whole platform and it's open to you to post content of your own, to post funding opportunities, to post about any upcoming events that you might want to highlight and get more registrations for. Or you can just get access to more information about the YouthLead members and see what other people are doing through the projects tab, or if you're from one of these countries that are listed on the YouthLead website, you can go through those country pages and see specific activities that are happening in those countries. If you want to stay connected with activities outside of just general contribution to the YouthLead platform or through our specialized programs like the YouthLead Ambassador or Peer Advisor program, you can become part of our events that are open to public. You can register for them and keep an eye out through our events tab. And then you register the same way that you registered for this event. If you're looking for funding opportunities or any workshops or conferences, YouthLead does not directly fund or sponsor any projects, but we invite people to post about those opportunities that other organizations or partners might be doing. And then you get to post about that in our funding tab. You can, if you're not posting or contributing to the platform, you can still go through these opportunities and see what fits best for you. And then we have tons of resources that we have posted on the platform. So you can go through those resources on your own, or you can just categorize them through different sectors and see that how you want to access those resources on what interests. So if you're only looking for starter kits, you just go to that tab and you'll scroll through that and you can get access to the starter kits and the short course. So this is a brief overview of the YouthLead platform. We've tried to cover as much as we could in the simplest language possible. But we encourage you to post your questions in chat. I'll stop sharing my screen for now. And we can see if you have any questions or if you have feedback on what we've gone through so far. And we can take some time to answer your questions and then just do a quick wrap up. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat or come off mute and just ask away and we can help answer that.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like, I've been a member. Yeah, so I've been a member for some years now. Can you hear me? Hello?
We
Yes.
can hear
Can you
you.
hear
Julius, I'm going to turn off your video to make sure that we can hear you clearly.
Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can
Can you
hear
hear-
you. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I said, yeah, my name is Julius. Yeah, in West Africa, Nigeria, that's where I'm talking right now. As I said, in my country, we have more of children out of school. We also have high rates of unemployment. So I want to plead that in your program, you should look into it, especially Africa as a country. So please, we appreciate if you carry Africa along. Yeah, thank you very much. And the second question is it possible okay, other questions have been answered during your speech. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your question.
Hi, Anta, can you repeat Julia's question to me just once, just so I have that here.
Yes, Julius wanted to ask whether there are also, as a kind reminder, that we keep Africa, especially the country where Julius is from, part of the opportunities that we post or other members post, or even if we have any further activities, to pass the invite to Julius and his colleagues, so that we keep them ongoingly engaged in the discussion. So it was more of a request rather than a question, but we really appreciate that.
Yeah, so as we talked about, most of our resources and our programs are open for youth from all over the world. So wherever you're from, that's the beauty of the virtual settings, that you can join us from anywhere. So if you want to post content or get access to other content posted by people, you can do that wherever, no matter where you're. So thank you so much, Julius, for your question. I see another raise of hand. Please feel free to come off mute and ask.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Atari, and I'm from Zimbabwe, southern part of Africa, and I'm representing the Girls Legacy. It's a big club of girls. We bring girls together, and we provide them with leadership and mentorship, and all the information. We advocate for them, and all the information necessary for them to be empowered in whatever areas they choose to be in the future. So it was my first time encountering YouthLead, and I would like to know how I can engage myself in participating and also sharing the impact to the girls back home. That's my question. Thank you.
Sorry, thank you so much for sharing about your work. And it's truly inspirational what you're doing, especially for young girls. And we have special focus on youth and girls to provide opportunities for them. So to answer your question, how you can contribute more to empower more girls is you can post content on our platform yourself. So if you're not a member yet, you can sign up and become a member through the form that I just showed you. And once you're a member, you can post content, any research pieces, any blogs or content that you'd like to share with others, you can post that yourself. Or if you would like to highlight other people's projects, you can also do that. So you'll go to the projects page and you can add their project, or you can write about that in form of content and you can just post that. So if you're trying to bring more highlight to those activities led by those girls, or if you're trying to highlight your own work that has empowered others, that's how you can contribute more. What else you can do is you can take these resources that we have put together on our platform, and you can share them with other people who can benefit from them. So what you've done is you've joined the session. Now you know more about the platform. You know how to navigate through it and what the platform has to offer. What you can do next is you can take these learnings and share with other people that you work with or that you think can benefit from this, and you can show them around on how they can make the most out of this platform and the resources that it has to offer. You can also will be able to post recording of the session. So if you don't want to go through the whole definition of how to use the platform yourself, you can just share the recording and people can go through those different tabs and explore with them. And Monica and Angela, if you have anything to add, please.
No, I think you shared most of the options, and I think it's also very useful and impactful when we write about the impact that we're having. So even blog posts or posting comments. And I think we have a question in the chat from Lydia, who mentions that we really need connections for funding and opportunities or requests for proposals. And as I know, in the platform, there is a function to connect with people and send them messages. Am I right?
Yeah, so you can, once you're a member, you can go through our members directly and you can connect with them. And once you have gone through other people's projects and, once you go through people who have been contributing to the platform, you can connect with them. So I think the first step would be for you to sign up as a member, and then you can connect with members that we have on our platform. I quickly share my screen just as a refresher so you know where to look for that information. So if you see my screen now, you go back at the screen, you can scroll through the whole page. And the easiest way to find information if you're not sure about what you're looking for is come all the way down to the footer of the website, and you see that we have different tabs. These are the same tabs that we have here, but these are all out of the open. So you can go through these tabs and you can find more information that you're looking for. So to answer your question, if you're looking to connect with other members, what you can do is you can go to this tab that says connect with members, and it will lead you back to the same page that we looked at under the members tab, but it will only look like this if you are a member. If you're not a member, you will only see our member projects that people have been engaging with through different programs. So these are the members who have created their profiles and they have been active on the platform. And you can go through their information, you can scroll through them through different tabs, you can check filters. So you have a list of people who truly align with you. So you don't have to go through the whole list because we have more than 15,000 members. So these filters help you figure out and filter through what you want to do.
Thank you. I think that was also very helpful for me as well. I'm sure that also Lydia found it helpful.
So to be an active member, these are a few steps that you can follow. So once you've made your profile, you become part of the YouthLead platform as a member. So first, what you do is you sign up to the form that we went through. And then to be an active member, what you'll do is you can engage with the content that's already there. So for example, if you see a funding opportunity that's posted there, you can take that and post about that on your social media so more people can know about it. Or you can just post anything that you'd like to highlight. So if it aligns with the Youth Lead's vision, you can post that yourself. So once you're a member, you get access to post your own content, any funding opportunities, any upcoming events that we talked about. So you get to be an active member by contributing to the platform. As we said, this is not the information that we have come up with on our own, all of it. It's contributed by individuals, youth leaders from all over the world, our sponsors, partners, partner organizations. So you can definitely do that as an individual or part of the organization. Hatari, for your question, we answered is as in different parts. So for example, if you are curious about how to use these resources or pass them on to other people, there are a few things that you can do. What you can, so now that you know about this platform and you have gone through this session to get to know more about it, what you can do is you can share it with other people. So your resources, you go to the resources tab, you can share that link with other people. You can take those resources and share them. If you're trying to highlight someone's work, you can add that as a content post yourself. If you want more people to know about how to navigate through the platform, we will post a recording of this. So you can take that recording and send it to other people so they know how to sign up, become a member, go through the different tabs and find more information. So you don't have to do that every step of the way. So what helps is just to share what you planned today with other people and post more content from what you'd like to for us to know. So I think that's what you can do to engage with the platform. Yeah. All right, so that's a brief wrap up of the YouthLead platform. We will talk more about the upcoming opportunities or how you can engage more. Natasha, can I please request you to share the slides, or I can do that? Okay, and then
I think we have a question before we move on from Lydia, whether there are any opportunities or services for illiterate young people that they are serving, or whether they can find in the YouthLead platform if they can use the keywords maybe.
So Lydia, for the YouthLead platform, you know, some of the content is available in the written form in different languages. It's not just English, it's Spanish, French, and Arabic as well. You can totally do that. But if somebody cannot read, what you can do is share recordings of these sessions that they can just listen to and get to know more about them. For example, in today's session, by sharing the screen, even if you cannot read through the whole content, you can, you know, just navigate through it because you see it in front of you and you can hear something. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so thank you so much, Natasha, for sharing your screen again. So for next actions, there are two important announcements. We have open applications for our Youth Digital Leadership Council. You have up until tomorrow to apply for that. This is a leadership council based off of youth in between 16 to 24 years old, if I'm not wrong. And you can apply for that if you're passionate about creating digital change and creating the digital spaces safety. You can get to know more about that through the link that Fiza has posted in the chat. And the applications are open up until tomorrow. So you can click on that link, fill out that form, and apply for the Youth Digital Leadership Council. We have more events upcoming in the next year in January. So keep an eye out for that. There are multiple ways to do that. You can sign up for our newsletter and get to know more about those events and opportunities, or you can follow social media and get to know that. Next slide. So now that we've gone through almost half the platform, now because it's a collaborative effort, we want you to take some actions. First step, what you can do is sign up to be a member of YouthLead if you're not already. You've seen the difference that it makes for non-members to join as members and then get more access. So if you'd like to be an active member, please sign up and join more than 15,000 people who are already a member of YouthLead. Just as I answered Lydia's question, if you want more people to know about this, you share that on your social media. You can post links to our platform, and you can talk more about it through your personal channels. So people that you're inspiring in your communities around you, you can direct them to the resources that YouthLead platform has to offer. You can also explore through the website by exploring different tools. Maybe if you've never posted any content before, you can start posting that and see how that works out for you. And then you can also engage with other people's content. And then you can join one of our community of practice or more if you want to. So you'll find those under initiatives tab. So while you go through the platform, you will find a lot more things than just what we talked about. So keep an open mind about that this was just an overview, and in interest of time, we try to help you navigate through the simplest apps that have the most impact, but the platform has a lot to offer. So please feel free to explore through it. And Fiza has also posted how you can follow us on different channels and how you can stay connected with us. So please feel free to do that. So this will help multiply the impact that we're trying to achieve through these efforts. And once you receive a recording of this session, you can also share that with other people so they get to learn more about how to so that's about it from my side. I'm really grateful for everyone who joined in today. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today and asking questions and showing interest in the platform. We hope that when you share it with other people, they can benefit from this as well. And if you would like to share the impact that YouthLead has had on other people's life, please feel free to reach out to us or post through content. Thank you so much, Angela and Monica, for all the work that you do already in your capacity as our gang members, but also for today's event as well. Your questions were really helpful to go through people's question because you work with you directly. So your perspective on what people might be looking for is really helpful.
Thank you so much, Zainaira, for also the opportunity to go through in details to the platform. It was very helpful even for me and Monica that we use the platform. Just a refreshing was very insightful, and we will now keep using it in more useful ways, I think.
Wonderful. So we are at time as well. And just as Stephanie mentioned, please don't worry if you missed out on any of the sections during the webinar. We will share the whole recording with everyone who signed in, and you are free to share it with other people. So please feel free to do that, and hopefully that will be beneficial to you. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. And it was a pleasure to show you around the wonderful platform that YouthLead is and the impact that it's had on youth from all over the world. We hope to see hopefully all of you as members on the YouthLead platform and your contributions. So let's do that. And let's keep creating the change that you guys are ready to be. And hopefully we'll see you with more events in the new year in January. So when thank you so much and take care.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.